Hello, everyone, and thank you for viewing this screencastify about standards-based assessment and reporting. My name is Kurt Soderberg, and I am the principal at St. Croix Central High School in Hammond, Wisconsin. We serve the communities of Hammond and Roberts. Currently, our school enrollment at the high school is about 430 students, and we are growing, expect to be near 500 within a few years. In the spring of 2018, our school board confirmed that our middle and high schools will be following the path for our elementary school and moving to the standards-based method of assessing and reporting. We have not set a specific date as we are committed to the building of the system prior to full implementation. This presentation will serve as a snapshot of our work thus far. We are committed to maintaining some of the features of a traditional high school grading and reporting system, including letter grades, grade point averages, individualized education programs or IEPs, transcripts, academic groups such as National Honor Society, and academic honors. The use of standards is nothing new in the United States. Standards have been used since the mid-1990s in classrooms throughout our country. However, currently there are so many standards, it is estimated that a person would need to remain in high school until age 23 just to demonstrate learning of all the required standards. In a standards-based system, we begin by identifying the essential standards. That is, those standards that have the greatest impact on student learning and success. In a standards-based system, we are focused on student academic achievement, not accumulating points. The philosophy is, show me what you know, and I will assess it. We assess and report academic achievement separate from behavior. We have identified the 5 areas or 5 buckets that we need to fill prior to moving forward with full implementation of standards-based. For the purposes of this presentation, I will primarily discuss our plan for bucket number 5, grading and external reporting. In a traditional grading system, the system used in the United States since 1900, a typical process includes providing information to the students, testing them on the information, and moving on. This is considered selecting or sorting talent. To be clear, this is not a typical method in our current school systems. However, it is used as a demonstration model for what teaching and learning often becomes. In a standards-based system, the process is much different. We focus on informing and instructing, providing penalty-free practice, robust feedback and reteaching, assessing, feedback, reteaching, and reassessing as needed. The goal? To develop all students. The analogy I use to describe the process of teaching and learning is the act of changing a tire on a vehicle. Let's say, as a parent, I have a child going off to college and they will be driving their own vehicle. It is my responsibility to make sure, for their own safety, that they have the knowledge and skills to change a tire safely and properly. There is no option to not learn the skill. The skill must be learned. I begin by informing my child what we will be learning and explaining why it is important to learn the skill. I do not hide the goal or end result we're looking for. I make that very clear so the child has an understanding or picture in their mind of what we are trying to accomplish and what success looks like. After informing my child, I begin to instruct them about the necessary tools, the parts of the tire, and the process for changing the tire. Following the instruction, which will certainly include some questions, we allow for practice, practice, practice. This practice serves several purposes. It allows for the child to ask questions, try different techniques, and learn the sequence needed to be successful. It is risk-free. That is, we don't penalize the student for not learning the skills during the practice phase. The goal is for them to have the knowledge and skills in the assessment phase. How much practice they need is determined by the child's ability to learn and my ability to teach effectively. Throughout the process, the child will receive feedback on how they are doing and where they can make the process better. The other portion of feedback comes from the child. The child provides the adult feedback via questions to help increase learning efficiency and help the adult be a better teacher. We remain in the practice feedback loop until the adult and the child believe they are ready to take an attempt at the assessment. The assessment is an opportunity to measure progress against the standard. It doesn't have to be the end point. The information gathered from the assessment should be recorded and reported. This is one of the most critical parts of the teaching and learning process. Using the information gathered from the assessment determines if reteaching and reassessment is necessary. If reteaching and reassessing takes place, the new results should replace the original score. We do this because we are interested in measuring and reporting what the child actually knows, regardless of when it is learned. Spiraling is the purposeful review of concepts that have been covered previously. For example, if I teach my child to change their tire in August and never review or spiral back, it is very likely they will forget the knowledge and skills needed to properly and safely change the tire. Therefore, when my child returns home for Thanksgiving break, I spiral back to make sure they rehearse the information and the skills necessary to change the tire. Depth of knowledge, or DOK, is not a new concept in education. DOK refers to the continuum of understanding from simple, remembering, to complex, analyzing, evaluating, or creating. DOK is important because it gives us a true measure of how well a student knows, understands, and applies the information. One of the best examples of the difference between low-level DOK and higher-level DOK has to do with state capitals. Naming the state capitals is a low-level DOK. Expressing why state government is important is a higher-level DOK. The rubric is designed to connect the different levels of DOK to more concrete descriptions of their meaning. You'll notice several key components. Across the top are the achievement levels, from below basic to advanced. The second row are the general words used to describe the specific achievement level. The third and fourth rows contain I can statements and more specific descriptions of the general words used to describe the specific achievement levels. These descriptors are meant to be used as a guide and not an exhaustive list of expectations or tasks. This slide depicts the same DOK and achievement level, but includes a simpler description, and the example ties back to changing a tire. In the advanced, I can demonstrate the skills and explain it to others. And I can correctly change a tire and explain the what and why of the process. In proficient, I got this. The I can is I can correctly change a tire. In the basic achievement level, the statement is I'm getting close. The I can is I can change a tire with some assistance. And in the below basic, the comment is I have work to do. And the I can is I can recall some of the parts and steps in the process. In a standards-based system, student performance on the standard is based on a 4-level achievement scale. Earning a 4 is not only possible,